Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at Babison Blue celebrating another time with the blue economy. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you
Yes.
doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm very well.
So your feet is looking nice. What
Oh,
inspired
really?
your feet?
Oh, well, it's in the joy of the celebration
Okay.
of the outstanding performance of our students from
Mm,
our great citadel of learning. That's Babington Macaulay Junior Seminary.
okay.
We have our students that performed excellently well
Oh,
at this year's National Maritime Blue Economic Quiz Competition.
okay. So, sir, I would like to ask. We've been speaking about maritime, and now today we've been trying to include railroad into maritime. How do you think this would help the educational system at large?
One major challenge with the educational system is accessibility.
Mm,
When you look at some of the rural areas, even some urban areas, transportation is a major challenge.
yeah.
And then where you have educational facilities located and people could not easily access it, they have to travel kilometers and
Yeah.
miles before getting
Mm-hmm.
there. So where you have this road transportation system, affordable, available, and then accessible,
Yeah.
it will make there will be a great improvement, and then everybody will have access to education,
So,
and will go a long way to help the rural areas.
thank you, sir. So, how do you think including railroads, and sea transportation would affect the trade and logistics of the country at large?
When you talk about the economy,
Mm,
infrastructural availability of infrastructural development is a major factor
yeah.
that will help the business.
Yes.
And then if you have all these rail available, movement of all these farm produce, especially
Mm,
the commerce
yeah.
aspect of our economy, will be greatly improved. And then that will go a long way to reduce inflation, which is generalizes of goods and services. Like you have galloping inflation now, cost push inflation now, as a result of high cost of production,
Mm,
then high cost of transportation, leading to
yeah.
increase in prices of goods and services or commodity. Then when there is cheaper means of transportation, where you have this rail system in conjunction with even the road and everything linked together,
Mm-hmm.
then cost of commodities will be reduced,
Yes.
and at the same time it will be easily affordable
Yes.
for the citizen, and
Okay.
then our economy will be better.
Thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank you
wisdom.
very
Have a
much.
lovely day.
You're welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Still live here, and we have a beautiful woman. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
Ma, to the audience that don't know you, could you please introduce yourself to the camera?
My name is Chief Caroline Akum Ufere.
Welcome, ma.
Thank you very much.
Ma, we've been having this event years after years, and most times we talk about strictly maritime. And now we've tried to inculcate the railroad into this conversation. How do you think this will be beneficial to the transportation system at large?
Well, we know that rail is a very important transport mode
Yes, ma'am.
to blue economy. And if you're talking about intermodalism and a cheap way of conveying goods
Hmm.
out of the port, a way of decongesting the roads,
Yeah.
rail comes to mind and is one of the best ways of conveying bulk cargo out of the port.
Yes.
You know, there are a lot of cargoes that come to the port,
Yes, ma'am.
and we need to have the vessels meet with turnaround time, and we don't want demurrage of cargoes in the port. So it helps when there's rail connection from the port to either inland dry ports or other locations, bonded terminals. We have the rail move these cargoes out of the port. So it helps. Moreover, we are talking about climate change.
Mm.
It helps in reducing the carbon emission
Mm.
because you know what trucks are like.
Yes.
When some of them are rickety, some of them don't meet up with standards, and you have them, emitting so much pollution,
Yes.
polluting the entire environment.
Yeah.
So rail comes cheaper in terms of per ton, the charges. It also carries a whole lot of cargoes and even persons. And it brings development because if you have railway lines running through states, cities, towns, villages, farms, probably from Lagos here to Ibadan to the north, to the east, at every stop, development springs up
Yes.
because you have it more or less brings in commerce. They go hand in hand, rail movement and commerce.
Yes, ma'am.
So the traders, their businesses spring up, manufacturing, companies, and all that.
Yes, ma'am.
So rail is a very integral part of transport system.
Thank you so much, Ma. That is all for today. Have a lovely time.
Thank you.
Ma. Good afternoon, Ma.
Good afternoon.
Mimi, what's your name, Ma?
My name is Arit Nwokedi.
Welcome, Ma. Ma, we've been talking about maritime, and now we've included railroad into it. What benefits do you think that would do to the trade and logistics in Nigeria?
Well, Nigerian Ports Authority, where I work, has different modes of transportation by sea, by land, and land definitely is by rail. You understand? So, of course, it will promote better traffic. We'll have less things going by the sea. Going by rail makes the road much more easier to less traffic on the road.
Yeah.
As you can see, the Apapa gridlock has reduced a bit because now most of the goods from Lagos Port Complex in particular are going by rail.
Oh, wow.
So definitely introduction of railroad transport would definitely go a long way in logistics and transport in Nigeria if we can put more emphasis on it.
So, Ma, what are the biggest opportunities you think the young Nigerians could, benefit from maritime?
The maritime industry is very vast, in all aspects of life, whether administrative, whether logistics, whether HR, whichever one any individual is interested in, you'll find it in the maritime industry. But most times people tend to think the maritime industry just has to do with pilotage, maritime and stuff. Yes, that's the key area for maritime, but there are also other aspects that anybody can key into.
Yes. So, Ma, what would you say is the benefit of this program Mrs. Olaito puts together every year?
Oh, I don't know, what cannot express what this has done, particularly for the young ones that are coming up.
Wow.
Because when I was in school, I didn't know anything about maritime or anything, even though my father worked in the maritime industry. But now the children are told everything. They know what the maritime industry is all about. So it's she's left a legacy, or she's going to leave a legacy, and she keeps going on day by day. And sometimes I wonder how she does it, because it's really, really time consuming. Not only time consuming, it's also finance. So if we can have more people like her come out and do things like this, we definitely will not lack personnel in the maritime industry.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We are still live here celebrating the blue economy and catching the young ones young. And I'm here with a beautiful and mentor. Good afternoon, Ma.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing, Ma?
I'm
You
fine.
look really nice. Your feet, what inspired your feet?
Thank you.
So, we've been talking about maritime a lot, and now we are including railroad into it. What benefits do you think the railroad economy would add to the maritime?
The maritime industry is a big industry.
Yes.
80% of international trade happens there because the cargoes are moved
Yeah.
through the port. So now we need the rail connection to move the cargo from the port to other areas
Places, yeah.
that are not connected by water. And the road is not enough, so we need the rail to help us to
Yeah.
reduce the pressure on the road.
Okay, Ma, what major issue or major challenge do you think we need to address in the maritime economy and that is related to the educational sector?
Well, there is no issue. The thing is that a lot of people, the young ones, need to be informed about the maritime industry. they need to know that there are opportunities there for them.
Yeah.
So, and that is why we are catching them young now. There are a lot of careers, marine engineer,
Yes.
pilots, a lot of opportunities are there for them
Yes.
to gain from. And they need to develop interest.
Yes.
They need information. Because if they are not informed, they won't know that it's a thriving economy.
Yes,
So
yes.
they need to be informed. There need to be awareness about the blue economy, the opportunities that are available there.
Okay, ma. So, if you could describe Nigeria's maritime in the future, the outcome of Nigeria's maritime in the future, in one word, what would it be?
There are a lot of opportunities there that are not yet tapped. And how to tap it is the next generation that will tap into it, because now we are talking of AI, we are talking of innovations, technology. So it's the young ones that will help us to get into that future.
No. Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please introduce yourself to the camera.
I'm Captain Tajuddin Alao,
Welcome, sir.
President, Nigerian Association of Master Mariners.
Wow, welcome, sir. So, sir, how does it feel to be a part of this year's Education and Maritime Stakeholders Lecture and Awards?
On point of correction, I've been there from the beginning.
No, I mean today.
From the onset. To say today I'm elated, it's a success, and I am glad to be part of it.
Welcome, sir.
I've always been part of the Ocean Ambassador.
Welcome, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir,
you
for your
very much.
support. So, how do you think we've been talking about maritime a lot, and today we seem to have included railroad into it? So, what benefits do you think railroad, or what weight do you think railroad will take off the maritime?
Thank you very much. Transport is a system
Yes.
that is balanced on so many legs.
Yes.
So, and when you talk about intermodal, rail, water, road, air, it's all connectivity.
Yes, sir.
And it's a way of adding value to what we try to achieve. So, for the blue economy, for the maritime to succeed, the interface between the land and water must be enhanced. And rail is going to play a prominent role in this. When it comes to shipping activities, the rail will move the goods down to the waterfront and evacuate as well.
Okay,
If
sir.
there is no evacuation, there will be bunching, what we call congestion, meaning that the ships outside will not be able to come in to take away.
Yes.
Then when it comes to moving tourists to the blue economy,
Yeah.
the rail system, whether it's monorail, blue rail, red rail, we also bring people to the coast
Okay,
to,
okay.
to take people.
Yes, sir. So, sir, what role do you think events like this play in strengthening the maritime economy?
It is promotional, it's educative. Like today, people had the opportunity to learn
Yes.
what they, including me, because life is dynamic.
Yes, sir.
So it's a way to inform the public, the stakeholders, what you are doing. It's also a way to promote the agencies of government as well. Because they don't know what the government is doing, then the stakeholders cannot key in to it.
So, sir, as a eye guest today, what message do you think is a take home for you?
That's why what I did not know about before, the current position of the government on certain issues, that this rail system was planned in the first coming of Mr. President, when I met Tinubu, when he was governor of Lagos State. Look at that map, the road map since year 1999-2000, and we are just executing it today. It's knowledge for me, and knowledge for the public as well.
Okay, so
Yes.
thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a lovely day. We are still live, and I am still in the middle, and I'm here with.
Dr. Mrs. Buki Fadayomi.
Welcome, Ma. Ma, what would you say? How would you say events like this have helped strengthening the maritime economy?
This is my first time of coming, but I am so overwhelmed. Seeing a lot of things the industry is doing to the students, especially students in
primary school and secondary school, and hearing a lot of things that is. I've never heard anything about the maritime and the economy thing, but it is so interesting, and I think they should let lots of other schools be aware and get more children to join the Maritime Junior Club, because it's catch them young, as they say, and by the time they're even going to choose their careers, they're not all going to be lawyers and doctors, but maritime lawyers, engineers, and all whatnot. I'll say kudos to the organizers.
Okay, Ma, how would you, what would you say to Mr. Lighton for bringing such an event together?
Good job. I am so proud of Mr. Lighton. Like I said, this is my first time of attending, but I will say kudos to her, and she should please keep it up.
Okay. Ma, since you said this is your first time, as one of the eye guests, what would you say is your take home from all of it?
Take home is catching these children at a very early stage about the deep blue economy, the rail industry, letting the children know that transportation is not necessarily by road. I mean, there are various ways of transportation, and getting them more involved. Who knows whether they will be the one to change the economy of Nigeria, to change the whole transport system in Nigeria, and not just make it road, but by rail. Because like a lot of people had said, in the colonial ages, rail transportation was a lot more of emphasis and important than road. But for the selfish interest of we Nigerians now, we have left out rail. But until we go back to rail, look at our roads. Our roads have gone so bad. Whereas if we had rail from the seaport straight to the rail, from the seaport, from the airport to the rail, there will not be too many people on the road. People are coming in from all parts of the world, and there's a rail station next door to the airport. Just jump into the rail station. Is it going to Ibadan? Is it going to Aba? Is it going to the north? Just jump on it, and you don't have to come through the town like we do in other countries of the world.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
My
Ma.
pleasure.
Have a lovely day.
And you too.
Guys, we are here with one of the students that we are catching young. What's your name?
My name is Oshiomi Victor.
Welcome, Victor. How do you feel winning this award?
It's a very good one. I want to give all glory to God for the success of this Ocean Ambassador. It was a very tough one, but with the help of my co-pilot AI, I had to stream with it, and with websites online, I studied and read, and I passed.
So, who would you say motivated you the most during this time?
One of my motivators was my dad.
Your dad?
My dad, and I've been going for maritime events, the Children's Day event, the Girls' Child Day event. So that motivated me into the maritime organization.
So, in the nearest future, are you looking to get into maritime?
Yes, I'll do that.
What area would you want to focus on?
The area I want to focus on is maritime lawyer,
Okay.
and come to the commercial aspect
Okay.
of maritime, the Ocean Ambassador, in the blue economy.
Okay. Thank you so much. Still on the process of catching them young and introducing them to the maritime and blue economy, I am here with one of the edge of the academics of some of the schools that the entire program is catching young. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to
Please
you.
introduce yourself to those who don't know you.
My name is Victor Oriahi. I'm the head of academics of Eliada International Schools, Port Harcourt, River State.
Wow.
Yes.
All the way from Port Harcourt.
Yes, we actually did come in today just for this very award.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So, we would like to ask a question. What benefits do you think the maritime economy is giving to the young youth now?
Okay, well, when we speaking about our school in particular, we first of all got to hear of this very competition last year. We featured in it. We were part of the top 10, and now again we did the same thing. one of the things that it has done is it has expanded the minds of our learners, you know, in the sense that they now understand fully well that there are more professions behind the
Yeah.
usual conventional. Everybody wants to be a doctor,
Yes,
a nurse, a
yeah.
lawyer, you know. So the idea that there are more job opportunities, it has really expanded
Their
the minds of
knowledge.
our learners and their knowledge on generally the blue economy and the maritime industry.
Congratulations for entering the top 10.
Thank
That's
you.
pretty impressive.
Thank you so much. We're going for first next time.
Because we heard that the exams are not as easy.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't 3 days. 3 days. I think it said about 2,000 learners did register. After the first day, we had some persons drop out. The second day,
Wow.
but all of our learners who registered made it to the grand finale, and we had one learner in the top 10.
So are you looking to maybe furthermore open up a club into your school regarding maritime? How invested are you when it comes to maritime?
Well, this is something that we already have ongoing
Wow.
because when you talk about River State, it is literally south
Yeah,
area.
yeah,
We
yeah.
know that there are lots of the maritime and how do I put it? Yeah, the maritime industry flourishes in that very area. So it's something that is currently in the pipeline. You know, we're starting it on a low key, starting off with just a few learners who had signified interest. Those who participated in the competition as well, they've been receiving mentorship from some of our own personal stakeholders that we got to reach out to right there in the city of Port Harcourt. So yes, it's definitely something that is being done at the moment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a lovely time.
You
Mr.
too.
Victor. Maritime has been a very huge economy and it has caught a lot of young students young. And this is one of the students. Hi, good afternoon.
My name is Declan.
Declan, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm feeling good.
How does it feel to win, to be the first overall over everyone?
I feel like I finally accomplished my goal of a year.
The goal of a year. It was a year's goal. Wow. So are you that interested in the maritime economy?
Yes.
Why? Why are you so interested?
As a matter of fact, I'm a commercial student.
So how do you intend, growing up, how do you intend on integrating your commercial knowledge into maritime?
I wanted to work as a maritime as a naval accountant
Okay.
or a freight forwarder to boost the country's maritime economy
Okay.
and at least to make a name for myself. So with this now, I feel like I'm one step closer to reaching it.
Yes, you are. I agree that you are. So, if one last question, how would you say this entire event has benefited you?
I've learned a lot actually, a lot. But I never knew that the water could be like that. I never knew that the world trade could be 85% is through the ocean.
Yeah.
And how, because that the ocean boosts commerce along with rail. So when you put maritime and rail together, that is something good.
Yeah, I agree. So, will we see you next year?
No, because I'm SS2, so this is my final time.
No worries. Congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Have a lovely time. I am here with a proud father, a father that is pleased in his son. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Congratulations on your son winning the top one. How do you feel as a dad?
I think I feel elated actually, and I'm happy because when he told me, I was like, okay. So I think this is also a wake-up call to parents to allow their children chase their dream, no matter what you feel about it, despite your own profession or whatever. Let's encourage our children to just chase their dreams.
So you believe in letting your child chase his dreams?
I do.
So if he says he wants to go into maritime fully, you would support it?
Completely. Like I said, you do whatever makes you happy, and I believe people, even children of these days, and even anybody actually will put in effort, time, and the work needed. It is a passion that you have, that belief that you like. So it doesn't, because when you do what you like, it's no longer work. So you have pleasure. So you're now enjoying what you're doing and then make money out of it.
Yes. So sir, one last question. What has been your take home that from this entire event?
Honestly, this event has actually been mind blowing for me because I work in the financial services sector,
Okay.
and so coming to this event, I learned one or two new things. But what I feel is that I think the organizers should also create a bit more awareness around marine and blue economy, even in schools. I think they should even cascade it down to maybe primary schools, not just secondary schools, so that even the children, as they are transitioning from primary to secondary, they are also involved in this marine economy issue, and then they have that edge as subconscious. I think it's actually something worthwhile, and I think it's one we should encourage and then drive greater awareness.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Congratulations to you once again.
Pleasure.
It has been a long time coming, and we are live with the brains behind the event, the mentor, the amazing woman. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing, ma?
Fine, thank you.
So, ma, putting this event together, what toll would you say it took on you?
A great tool, but it was worth it.
It was worth it. So we know that for the past years you've been talking about maritime, the sea economy, and today you introduced the railroad into the entire event. What would you say inspired that integration of railroad?
Well, international trade must have not only one mode, it must have more than one. Aside water, aside road, rail surpasses all, because one cabin will contain more than what a plane can contain. And you know how many cabins you can have in a train? So many. So the goods can be there, more than enough to get to the last destination. But it is a silent mode, just like the marine and blue economy. Silent, but has been in existence for ages. Like I said, before colonialism, we had the rail. During colonialism, we had it for the slave trade. Post-colonialism, we had it for commerce and trade. That is the international trade. So rail has always been an international trade track route.
Okay, so ma, thank you, ma'am. How do you think the collaboration between rail and sea would affect or could impact the trade and the logistics in West Africa?
Now we have the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, where African nations have come together, both waterlogged and landlocked. Where the water expires, rail goes beyond water.
True.
So the synergy, if well harnessed, will be very impactful. And we will now have the African trade just like the European trade.
Personally to you, you brought up the blue economy. Personally, not professionally now. What does the term blue economy mean to you?
It's all about sustainability. I grew up in a coastal community where there was no coast, where was little or nothing known about maritime, not to talk of international trade. And international trade means water. So how do you sustain it? Blue economy is all about sustainability of the oceans and the coastal inclusivity. And if you don't have the two come to play, then you can't have the blue economy. Sustainability is the key word, and that is what we've been trying to promote. The sustainability of the usage of the oceans, and we taking care of the oceans. If you take so much from the oceans and you don't take care of it, all the aquatic organisms will go elsewhere, which means you're not taking care of the oceans, which must be taken care of for sustainability.
So basically, that is what blue economy is all about. Sustainability of the oceans, all our waters, and of course, the humans taking care of themselves and the oceans will give you the best you can think of.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma, we asked some of the guest speakers and people, and we asked them how much this means to them. And they mentioned that it's been a beautiful experience, even people that were just coming for the first time. So, for you personally, what inspired you to bring up this entire event, and also specifically to the Catch Them Young side, because we see a lot of students actively participating in the maritime. Some are even opening sub clubs in their schools. What really pushed you to that sport?
Like I told you, I come from a coastal community, and when I got into the maritime industry, I discovered that, oh, so I sat on gold, untapped gold. I now decided that what I didn't know when I was growing up, I'll plow back to the community by catching them young, so that any coastal state, the people from the coastal communities must know about the untapped gold that they're sitting on, so that they can embrace the careers therein.
All right, ma. Thank you so much for today. Have a lovely, lovely week. See you next year.
Thank you.